Hi Flosstube. This is Stephanie, the Ivy House Crafter. It's actually a really nice day, so I'm not the only one in the neighborhood that's outside right now. So there's probably going to be some what's the word? There's going to be noise. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. So I'm filming outside today, and you'll know anytime that I move because my feet will crunch leaves. Hi. It's been 2 weeks since my last update. I did film a stitch with me last week, and that was kind of fun. So I'm just going to dive right into it. I did a little bit of crocheting this week, and I'm going to start with that because it's just like one little thing. I'm still having fun making trim for project bags. So this is a fun lace piece, and this time I did it out of solid white. I also got some black crochet cotton to use for making trims, and so I'm excited to break that out and work on that. So a couple weeks ago, after I filmed my last update, I wasn't sure what I wanted to work on, and I had like this one day where I spun my decision roulette wheel like 3 different times, and each time I worked on what it called on for a little while, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I changed to something else and then worked on that and just wasn't feeling it. So I have like 3 pieces that I worked on, but with minimal progress. First was Pokemon ABCs, and what I had last time I showed this, I had Magikarp and Ninetales completed, and I had the outline for Ivysaur, and then this time I outlined Jigglypuff. There we go. So that is what I have so far. Yeah, this is the part that I added. This fabric, I think I wasn't feeling this one. I can only work on this for very brief periods at a time because the fabric is stiff, and the way I stitch, like my knuckles brush up against the back of the fabric, and with this fabric that kind of hurts. It starts like rubbing them raw. Not fun. So yeah, I can only handle little bits of this one at a time. And then I was like, okay, I'm done, I'm putting this away. So I spun again, and this time it came up with Spirit of Cross Stitch Angel Ornament from Brooks Books. And I like this one, it's really pretty, but again, I couldn't work on it for a long period of time. I mean, we thought that the MCG Textiles Even Weave is stiff and rough. Try perforated paper, that's even more stiff and rough, so that was kind of why I had trouble with this one. But this time, this little bit right here, that is all that I got done on Spirit of Cross Stitch. Just that little bit. Eventually she will be done and she will be beautiful, but if I can only work on her a little bits at a time, that's okay. The next one I pulled out to work on, Welcome Home by Country Cottage Needleworks. Got a lot of vehicular noise going on, sorry about that. Nothing I can do about it except film inside, and I didn't want to. So with this one, this is my very uneven linen, and I think I'm finding that I just don't want to spend long periods of time stitching on things that don't feel nice or that look weird, that aren't even. And that's why I think I had trouble with this one, because it's so squished. It's gonna be really cute. I added the green by the flowers and decided I was over this one and put it away. So I had some crafting ADD going on. I couldn't stay focused on any one thing. So I decided to pull out one thing that I knew could hold my attention at least long enough to get some pretty decent progress. So I got out my dolphin sketch piece. I'm working on this page up here, and I filled in right up in here, so I'm going to get that out. Is how it's looking so far. I worked on this part up here, just bringing this color up and over, so I think I completed this color on this page. And that one's turning out really nice. And my daughter keeps coming in to the yard with her scooter, trying to scoot really slow and really quiet so she doesn't disturb my video. And all she's doing is distracting me. Okay. I did some work on my oldest whip. Roses on White Chair. This is a Dimensions kit. And I purchased it before I started watching Flosstube and doing all the super fun things. But let's see. Here's what I've got. Since the last time I showed this, I brought in some green in here and put in a lot more work down here. And I just think it's so funny that they call it a white chair, because this isn't very white. But you know, it's the shading, and I mean, I guess it's a kind of chair that used to be white and is very grungy and old now. I don't know. But that was fun to kind of break out from the flower section and be working more on the chair. Let's see. And then last week, as I mentioned, I filmed a Stitch With Me video, and I used my... Audrey, go back.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say hi to Flosstube.
Okay, now go. You can say hi from up the screen. I'm talking.
I just going to say hi. Hi, Flosstube. That's hard. There's so many crunchy leaves here. Okay. Cut this out.
As a mom, sometimes I'm not as patient as I would like to be, but I'm trying really hard because I'm on camera. So, I used my Decision Roulette app to choose what I was going to work on for my Stitch With Me, and it pulled Ink Circle's Chalkboard Mandala. Little wind chimes. And this is where I'm at on that. I did this little tiny bit right here for my Stitch With Me. I didn't make a lot of progress because I made a mistake and had to unpick some of it. But after that, I added all of this, and that's coming along nicely. I really like these swirls right here. That's really pretty. So that piece is slowly coming along.
Mom?
Audrey, you either go in the house or you go to the other yard.
Locked me into, like, locked the front
Then you can
door.
go up the back door. It's unlocked. considering cutting all that out, but it's more work and it takes a long time. So you might just end up with my kids. So, also this week I worked on Wild Lilies Flourish. And so I've got all of this and have been working, you know, I have the house and added some down here. And then when I worked on it this week, I was bringing out this green for the grass. So I'm going to show that. Patience. Okay. Ta-da! This part is really fun because you can start to see the outlines of the sheep and the people. That's a little baby sheep and it's so cute. So yeah, last time I only had it about to here. I hope I'm not like off screen for all of this. I could just film it over again without all the interruptions. I'll keep that in mind. So all of this green I put in this week. And that's turning out really fun. I had a thought a couple days ago that I'm an idea person. I have lots of ideas of so many things that I want to do, and a lot of it is projects. And I've learned that I need to be okay with just being happy about the idea without feeling like I have to bring it to fruition and act on the idea. So like, that's something that I've had to learn, like haven't learned yet, but I'm working on. And I think that's why I have so many cross-stitch projects, because each one I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be great, and then I work on it and then have other ideas, and it just kind of all piles together and I end up with a whole bunch of unfinished projects. Where did all this come from? I'm kind of rambly today. Oh well. So maybe what I'm saying is I'm going to try to not have a whole bunch of new starts and try to finish what I've got. And it's okay to want to do more, but I need to rein it in a bit. Sorry, I keep ducking off camera. I have all my stuff down in a bucket and have to dig it out. So the next piece that I worked on is the, I hope this is going to show up, the Lakeside Needlecraft, what's it called? Butterfly Specialty Stitches Sal. I don't know if you can see that all right or not, but this is the one that I was enthusiastic bordering on obsessive about last time, but I have added another motif, another section, and that's this butterfly portion right here. So I stitched the butterfly, and then I did the, let's see, these are plated double cross stitch, and the little dots are eyelets, and then we have the diamond rose stitch filled in with triangle stitch. So those were the specialty stitches I got to do this week. Really still loving the colors so much. I think the butterfly just turned out fantastic, and I'm really excited about that. And I think that while I've got it in the Q-snap, I'll probably go ahead and add this motif. Anyway, I'm just really enjoying that piece. Let's see. Worked on one other piece today. Not only did I work on it, I finished it. This was a pattern that I got from a book that I checked out from the library. and it was Favorite Birds by Celeste Plowden, and this is Fanciful Birds. And the interesting thing about her patterns, first they were all like drawn by hand in the graph, like the grid paper. And another thing, the list of colors to go with the symbols, it didn't say like DMC numbers, it just said like use a dark purple, a light purple, a peach, a yellow, a light yellow, a gold, you know. So it like describes what colors about, and then it's up to you to do whatever shades of that color you think are appropriate. And so these are what I chose. I did make one color change, all of this sort of blue turquoise color. It was supposed to be peach, but I wanted it to have a little bit more pop. So I added the blue, and I really love that. I am kind of obsessed with this tail. I think it's just awesome. Really excited with how that turned out. I kind of wish that I had switched the colors on this yellow and this blue to have a little bit more yellow. I mean, a little bit more blue in the tail, but anyway, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. And I'm going to have this be sort of an insert in a tote bag. So make some sort of bag, and this will be on the front. And now there's a truck. I started filming on Mondays instead of Thursdays because Thursday is trash day. And so there's not supposed to be trucks, and now there's a truck. The guy across the street from us fixes trucks in his driveway. That's like one of his odd jobs that he does. Yay. And one other piece that I forgot to show before my finish, because I'm disorganized, is of course my Saxon band sampler. I have a shed like right up against me. So let's try this. I added, I don't remember if this part was finished or not, but it is now. And these 4 bits right here, the plant, the 2 birds, and the other plant. So there's hopefully a better look at that. That's what I added since last time. Alright. I have one other thing to show, and I have to pull it up here. I have listed a new pattern in my Etsy store. And this one is just really pretty. I'm going to come around and make sure that you can see that because it's so, I'm just really excited. Come on, focus. Has it been not focusing this whole time? That would suck. Okay. There is Damask 1. And as the name suggests, there will be more to come. I love damask pattern. I think it's just beautiful. And so I am going to design at least 2 more so that there's at least a set of 3, possibly more, we'll see. And there'll be various colors and you know, just different types of designs. Maybe a little bit more loopier or lacier or, you know, whatever. So I'm excited about that. And the first one is available on my Etsy store. And as far as I know, as far as I can remember, that's all I have today. I think this is a short one. Short, disjointed, rambly. You get what you get. And I will see you next week. I hope you have, gosh, that truck. I hope you have a great week and stitch lots of fun things. And yeah, happy stitching. Bye.